using a REST assured library to perform the API testing. Along with this, if you come to the tools, we are using Eclipse and Java language. Okay, this is the precondition for this automation. So we are using a Eclipse as a IDE and we are using a Java as a language to write the script with respect to automation. Okay. So with respect to manual, we are making use of a Postman tool to perform the API testing. Okay. So first we are starting with the manual approach. Why we are starting with the manual approach is obviously, when the course started, so most of the people will be very new to this course and they will be not knowing what is API itself and what is the contains, how to handle this API whenever we are receiving the APIs. Okay, they will be not knowing anything, completely zero knowledge on this. Okay, so some people will be knowing something, some people will be knowing some extent. Okay, but I have to take each and every one in single port, correct? So that's why. So first we are starting with the manual approach. Okay. So just like a selenium, just you think about the selenium. Okay. If you have to become a expert in the automation part means obviously you should be having a thorough knowledge on the manual functionality. Okay. Means functionality, if you are thorough means then it will be very easy you to become an expert in the automation. Okay, so then the same way, if you know the functionality perfectly, then only it's possible you to perform the automation effectively, correct? In the same way here also. So initially we are started with the only automation part, but there I seen a problem that some people are very new, who are very new to the concept, or who can not able to understand completely about the API things and all. They were getting very difficult to track the things whatever I'm delivering. Okay, so then what we are doing is then we divided the course into two part, one is manual and one is automation. Okay, so here what's happening, so first we will start with the manual approach. Okay, for that we are using a postman tool. This is the postman tool. Okay, so first we are completely learning about the postman tool, means we are completely learning about this postman tool, and with the help of this postman tool, so what are all the APIs we have that we will be performing here. Means we are performing a manual part of API testing. Okay, first we are learning complete detail about this tool. What is this tool, how it is useful, and what are the functionality it contains, how to handle this collection, how to handle this environments, why we have our environments, why we have this collection, and what is the smoke server, when it is useful, and how we can make use of this feature in the postman. And coming to this, what is this workspace? Okay, what are the basically what are the functionalities we have inside this postman? Yes, we will be completely learning this part. Okay, so once after getting a tool knowledge, then we are taking a REST APIs to perform the testing. Okay, so first, what are all the concepts we have in the postman testing that we will be covering? Okay, so we will be having here, we'll be working with all the HTTP methods. Okay, so here we have all the HTTP methods, and we'll be taking the all the APIs. Means it is a get API, post API, put API, patch, delete. Okay, so all the CRUD operation will be performing with the help of the postman. Along with that, what are all the other concepts we have? Environment concept, collection concept, mock server concept, workspaces concept. Okay, and variable concept. And here, if you look at here, so we have some other features also. We have a params, we have a authorization, we have a header, body, prerequisite script, test. Okay, so completely how to perform all these action will be learning. Okay, complete testing, API testing with respect to manual approach. Okay, so once we are covering this part, once we are covering API testing with respect to manual approach, then we are jumping into the automation part. Okay, so why we are doing this is useful in two ways. How it is useful? If you are a manual test engineer, you just want to as of now you just immediately want to learn some manual part and you have to apply that in your workplaces. Okay, so by the time, yes, after covering this part, yes, you can happily you can make use of it. Okay, or else if you are a manual test engineer, you want to apply any other jobs that with respect to manual API testing only. So after covering this part, you can start applying your job. Okay, and after that, so once we are working with the manual part, okay, obviously you'll be more confident enough to automate the same thing. Okay, whatever the action we have performed in the manual part with the help of this postman tool, the same thing we are achieving in the automation part. That's it. Okay, here manual efforts will be there here, but here we are writing the script to perform the same action. Okay, so if you want to look at the script means, for example, this is my post request. Okay, so this is my post request. The same thing I have performed here with the help of the, see, I have selected the post method here. I selected the post method and I provided some URL, and I provided what all the details required to perform the post action here, and I perform the things. Okay, this is completely, we are involving in providing the data, providing all this information to the server. All these things we will be doing it here. Okay, but here what happens? Here same thing we will be performing with the help of the scripts. Okay, we have to make use of our scripts to perform the action. And for this, see, this is a Eclipse IDE, and this is the Java language, and I'm taking a, with the help of the Java language, I'm making use of some Rust Azure library to perform this action, same like how you perform in the Selenium. In Selenium you will be using a Java language, and you will be using a Selenium library to perform the action. The same approach here also, but instead of a Selenium, but here we are following a rest assured library. Okay, so now before jumping into this manual API testing and automation API testing, before that, first we will be learning about something called JSON. Okay, so first we are learning about this language. Why we have to learn this language? Because we are using this language to communicate with each service and client. Okay, so while doing the API testing, whatever the data we are sending to the server, or whatever the data we are retrieving from the server, that will be in the JSON format only. So if we have to send the data inside the server, we have to create a data, or else if we are retrieving the data from the server, okay, we should be able to understand it what it is sending us, correct? So if we want to understand that part, we should be having some knowledge on this prior. Okay, so that's why here first we are learning about completely about the JSON. What is JSON, and what is JSON object? Okay, and what is JSON array? How to create a JSON object, how to create a JSON array, and what are the data types applicable, what are the data types applicable in this, and how to create a, JSON, nested JSON. Because we are not only having a simple data in real time, right? We will be having a nested data, we'll be having a complex data, right? So how to create a complex data, and how to access it using a JSON data. Okay, so completely whatever the things we have, and serialization and deserialization. Okay, so first we were completely learning about the JSON part. Once we have, it's very easy. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, it's very easy language, it's very lightweight and easy language to understand. Okay, so first we are learning about this. After learning about, we are jumping into the postman tool and learning completely about the postman. And then in the postman, what are all the action we can do? What we are learning in the postman? We are learning about the workspaces. We are learning about the collection, environments, and mock server, and authentication. Hmm, then So HTTP methods. So on this only we are performing a CRUD operation. Not only this, we'll be learning some other things also. Okay. So workspaces, this is all the main concept. Okay. So what is workspace? How it is useful and why we have to create a workspaces, and what is collection? How it is how collection be created and how it is useful. What happens if you are not following a collection approach, and what are the advantages it is giving us. Okay. And then completely about the environment. Environments means we will be having a in real time QC environment. Okay. QC environment, developers environment, or UAT environment. We'll be having so many environment, right? Different environments will be having. So how to handle those part with respect to Postman. Okay. And mock server. This is something like a dummy server. We will be creating a dummy server and dummy data to work with this. Okay. And authentication. Obviously, in real time when we are working, so every API should be having some authentication. Okay, we have to perform some authentication before using those services. Otherwise, it will not provide us the details. Okay, so how to perform this authentication? How many types of authentication we have? We have so many types of authentication. Okay, different types of authentication we can perform according to the what authentication they have defined. Okay, so we will be looking into the each and every authentication type here. So we have a barrier token, we have a API key, we have a hot one, we have a hot two. Okay, so all this authentication we'll be seeing how we can perform while we are working. So after that, CRUD operation, this is nothing but a business operation. If you take any of the application, so we will be performing this action only. Either we will be creating some data, or else we will be reading some data, or else we will be updating some data, or else we will be deleting some data. This is what the operation we will be doing. Okay, so how to perform this? How to perform this we will be seeing with the help of the APIs. Okay, that is not we are we are not going it here and we are not creating inside the application. For example, if you take a banking application, there you are creating your account, you are updating your account, you are reading your account, and you are, if you don't want to continue the service with the particular bank, means you are deleting your account. Okay, so this is what the business operation. If you take any of the application, this CRUD operation is the most important operation that we will be performing. Okay, so now the same operation how we can perform with the help of the API, how we can create a data, how we can read the data, how we can update the data, and how we can delete the data, that we will be seeing. Okay, then if it comes to the rest assured part, it's not possible to list out all the content that we are covering, but yeah, what are the important contents we have, that I will be writing it here. Okay, so here first we will be, before jumping into the rest assured, hope you all having a basic knowledge on the Java. Okay, because observe here, before jumping into the automation part, we will be making use of a rest assured library, and we are using a Eclipse IDE, and we are taking a Java language help to write the scripts. Okay, so here, so first what we will be doing, first we have to set up the library, right? Means we have to set up the whatever the precondition is required before starting a rest assured part. Means what are the dependencies we have to had before starting into the, before launching into the rest assured project. Okay, so that's we will be doing. First we will be performing all the setup that's required to perform the rest assured testing. Okay, so first we will be doing this, then after that we are completely learning about the basic part of the rest assured. Okay, rest assured basics. Okay, so what is this rest assured, how this library is working, and what are the content we have in this, how to call the method which is available in this rest assured, all the complete detail we'll be learning here. Okay, so then Then we are something learning about the Azure logging. So how to perform the logging. Okay. Then handling headers. Something called as a request specification. Response specification. Okay. So after covering this request specification and response specification, okay, so we'll perform the see this CRUD operation we covered in the postman. Okay, in the manual we have covered the CRUD operation before, right? So we will be having some idea that how this works, right? For example, if we are making use of a post, what are the parameter we need to pass? What type of URL we need to pass? And here, with respect to a request part, what are the parameter we need to consider? All the details will be knowing before, because in the manual part we have already learned. Okay, the same approach we have to use it here to perform with the automation. Okay, so after covering this script operation, then we are going with the handling some mm, post request, sending payload in multiple ways. Okay, so this is a important concept. Okay, to perform the post action, we have a multiple ways to create a post request. Okay, so this part we will be learning first. Okay, so after performing a CRUD operation, how many ways we have to send the post request. Okay, so that after learning that part, then we are jumping into the handling of the complex JSON. Okay, how to handle the complex data, and then handling request parameters. So basically, first we will be learning all the concepts which we have in the rest assured. Then after learning all the concepts, then finally we are jumping into the framework part. Okay. And then something called as a serialization and deserialization. Hmm, okay. So after covering this, yes, here also authentication part will be learning how to perform the authentication. Authentication is very important concept. Okay, so because none of the API will be free, I mean to say they will not provide easily the data, right? So we have to perform the authentication before using those details. So authentication with respect to automation, how to perform the authentication. So after covering this, so then we'll learn something about the Pojo class creation. Okay. So after covering this Pojo, something we can learn about the Jackson annotation. Okay. With respect to this Pojo, first we will be learning about the simple data handling and then complex data handling. Okay. So after performing this, we'll start about the framework. So this is completely about the manual. This is completely about the JSON. So in this, so many other topics are there. Okay, handling headers, handling cookies. Okay, with respect to parameter concept, just I'm giving you the uh, initial, uh, data. I mean to say, just a main data I'm providing it here. Okay, under this we have subtopics. So with respect to handling the parameters, we will be having how to handle the cookies, how to handle the um, header completely, header whatever the header details we have, so how to handle those things, so we'll be learning all those things. Okay, so this is part of the manual, this is part of the automation, this is part of the JSON. So after learning all these things, we will be jumping for the framework implementation, nothing but your project. Okay, this is the framework here. Okay, so with respect to framework, hmm, with respect to framework, we are completely building a end-to-end framework here. Okay, so after building end-to-end framework, this is the end-to-end framework. So after covering all these topics, okay, so make sure, so in the framework what we are doing is, so after covering all this topic with respect to the automation, so this framework is nothing but your project part. Okay, so once you are thorough with these concepts here, so you will be guiding me to create a framework structure. Okay, so I will also be creating this, and also anyhow here we'll cover all the topics. Okay, so by combining all the topics which we have covered in the automation part, that only we are using here too. By combining all this concept, we are creating a framework. Okay, so in this framework topics, okay, so you will be guiding me to write the snippets. Okay, anyhow here will be spending some time to work with this all the topics, right? So same topics only we are combining here to create a framework. Okay, so after creating a end-to-end framework here, so we will be learning how to integrate with the GitHub, how to integrate, or else how to make use of a GitHub while we are working in a framework, means in a project. Okay, so how to integrate a GitHub, then how to integrate a CI bar CD tool, because execution you will not be doing in your local. Okay, so while we are learning the automation part here, we will be performing a execution in the local. For example, here see, I will be performing a execution in the local. This is what execution in the local. Okay, this is execution that I'm performing in the local. Okay, so but this is not the case when we are working in a real time. Execution should happen in a Jenkins. Okay, we have to integrate our framework with the Jenkins. All the execution and report generation, everything should happen in the Jenkins only. Okay, so that we will be seeing it here. So how to integrate the GitHub, how to integrate this Jenkins, or nothing but CI bar CD tool. Okay, and how to generate the report. I will be making use of a Halil report here. Okay, for the reporting purpose. Why we have to, you know create a report? Because we have to track the information, right? Means, for example, if you have a 50 scripts, how many scripts passed, how many scripts failed, why they are failing. So being a test engineer, we have to be taking care on the failed test scripts. Okay, past script we have to skip that. So how we get to know that result, and how we get to know where it is failing, and how it is, what is, issue with the script, for what reason it's failing, all the details we will be getting in the reporting part only. Okay, so we have to maintain the report. Okay, that, we have to maintain the report, and once after coming, so we have to check, okay, how many passed, how many failed, and we have to give a work on the failed test scripts. Okay, this is our duty being a test engineer. Okay, so this part we'll be seeing it here. We are creating the framework, we are integrating with the git, we are integrating with the Jenkins, and we are integrating with the reporting part, and we'll be seeing the execution in the JBAR CD2 instead of in the local. Okay, that will be performing in the project section, means framework section. Okay, so this is what we have planned completely for this course. in this 30 to 40 days. This is what the plan. Okay. Any doubt with respect to content section? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harshil.
Yeah.
Can you please mention the how many days we take a manual automation and other things?
Okay. So this manual, yeah, just maximum of 10 days will take. Okay. So this manual approach, it will not take much time since we are handling with the tools. It will not take much time. Okay. But we need some more time for the automation part only. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Any other doubt with respect to content? Just go through the content. If you are facing any issues, means just let me know. If you have any doubt with respect to this.
Hello.
So, yes.
I mean, is this a free sections or I mean paid?
No, this workshop is we are conducting is a free. Yes,
Okay.
obviously the course when you're opting it is charged only.
How many days these workshops will go?
Workshop is today, and we have a
Mm.
1 week of demo session from tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
after the demo session, yes, if you are interested, then you can
What's
hop the course.
the amount? I mean,
Fee amount, yeah, I think management they will discuss with you. Okay.
okay. I just got a invite link. I don't know about the free link. That's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Is this the same timing will be there for the classes also?
Timings will be 6 a.m. Sorry, I forgot to mention here. Yeah. So time
Mm-hmm.
that we are planning for this batch is 6 a.m. batch. Okay.
Okay. In the morning.
Yes, in the morning.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Okay.
we have any other slot?
Other slot. Already 7 a.m. batch is running. That we have started. I think 2 weeks back. So now we are starting with respect to this automation part. We are starting for them.
Okay.
Just okay. So if you guys are, you know, you're okay with the manual part, and if you want to jump into the automation part, yes, you can plan for that 7 a.m. batch because just now only we have started the automation part for them. Okay, just 2 days back I started them. Yes, yeah, you can go with that if you are not comfortable with the 6 a.m. but only if you are okay to jump for the automation part. If you don't want this prior knowledge on the manual, yes, if you are having some knowledge on this, yes, you can jump to the 7 a.m. batch. Other than that, yes, we have the 6 a.m. now because most of the offices are starting, right? So yeah, okay. So for by considering that, we are planning for the 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. so that within the 9 itself, our class will be ending. Within the 8 only, it will end, right? So it will be good for the one who is started going for the office and if they have also want to learn something.
What
Mhm.
duration of the class?
Duration of the class we are planning 30 to 40 days.
I mean, every day, how many minutes it will be? Hours.
Every day 1 hour of session.
Okay, doubts will be asked at the end of class.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, okay? I will be there to clear all the doubts for you guys. Make sure you are understanding and you are, learning something from it, okay? If you have any queries and all, yes, you can ping me. You can ask right away in the class once after the session. I will also be giving some, work for you guys to perform. Just think you have to track my session and you have to work accordingly. Hmm. Anything else? Any doubt, others? Any doubt with respect to session? Is it good to start? Okay. Oh, I'm very sorry. I have not checked the chat section. I will. Okay, I will check it now. Okay. Audible, fine. Vemu, Datta, good morning. Okay. What will be the timing and fee structure? Yeah, so timing will be 6 a.m. for this batch. Okay, so since it is a workshop, so we are conducted at 10 a.m. Okay, but actual sessions timing will be 6 a.m. from tomorrow. Okay, so fee and all will be discussed by the management. Okay. um, okay. I don't have a knowledge on coding. I am into manual, new to API testing. Okay. Yes, yes, it's good to start. Okay. Yes, Venu Krishna. Okay, you are into manual now. Yes, it is good to upgrade yourself for the API testing as well. See what happens. So see, nowadays right. So what's happening is okay. The fact what is running in the market that I am telling you now. Okay. So say suppose one candidate is there. He just know the manual testing. Okay. Another candidate is there. He knows the manual testing plus API testing. Okay. So obviously they will give importance to this candidate, not this candidate. Why? Because he can perform manual testing, he can perform API testing, and if he knows others also, that will be added advantage. Okay. See, if single candidate can perform two types of testing, why we have to, you know, give this candidate the chance? That will comes into the picture. Okay. So you have to be very clear with this. Okay. That only nowadays. Okay. Because I think you are learning about something going around the IT market now, right? So, so this manual is completely a front end part. Okay. So my API testing is completely a back end part. Okay. Back end part. So candidate knows front end and back end both. Okay. He knows front end testing as well and also back end testing as well. Okay. But he knows just a front end testing. Obviously, much importance. Okay. They will give a chance to this candidate only. Okay. And API testing is booming nowadays in the market. Okay. So it has a is its use advantage because with the help of the API testing, we can also perform manual means front end testing. But not from the front end testing, it's not possible to test the back end testing. Okay. So it's good to learn, good to have a knowledge on the back end testing as well, that is API testing. Okay. So Vamshi, yes, you can hop this course. This is useful for you. Classes will be there on weekends. Weekend classes is like if it's required. Okay, if it's required, and if you guys are also ready to attend the session, and when I am also free, means yes, weekend we will plan. But it is not like every weekend. So if it's required, and whenever we both are free, I mean to say, I should be also free, you should be also free, right? So then only we will plan for that. Okay. Okay. New to API testing. Classes will be there on weekends. Okay. Is a session on Postman tool? Yes. See, in the course, we are covering Postman tool as well as automation part. Yes, yes, yes. That is different. Yeah. The API testing is different and that is different. Hmm. Okay. So this completely under REST API testing. Okay. So we are completely learning about the RESTful services. Okay. So if you look at the document, if you want to see the document, so this is the official document that we are following. Okay. This is completely about the REST issue. We are making use of this REST issue testing to perform the REST API testing. Okay. We are completely learning about the RESTful API, RESTful services, not any other services. Okay. Hmm. This is what the plan that we are planning is. Okay. If you have any doubt with respect to the content or other things, miss, just ask me. now only. So from tomorrow we'll start the demo sessions. Okay, those demo sessions are completely free. Okay, you will be getting a link to attend the demo session. Please attend the demo sessions from tomorrow. That will be a 6 a.m. only. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't know about the automation, yes, no issues. We'll be learning it here, right? API testing. Yes, sure, sure. Yes, Venu Krishna. What about the practical work? Practical work in the sense, Kunal, what do you mean? Practical work means you are telling about the real time experience, hands-on experience. Mhm. See, whatever the thing we will be performing here, okay? So whatever the thing we'll be performing here, this is more than enough you to work in real time. Okay, so same concept I will be covering. What are the concepts you require to perform the testing in real time or in your project? The same concepts only I'm going to cover here. No need to worry about that. Okay, if you learn this, okay, that is more than enough you to perform the same thing if you in your organization, if you are to perform the API testing. Okay, just give a complete attention on the course. This is more than enough for you to perform the API testing in the organization in real time. Whatever the concept we will be using, what are the approach we are following, the same thing I'm going to cover in this course. Okay, so what they are following in real time, the same thing I'm following it here. That's the only. Okay, there's no difference between the real time how they follow or real. It's not. It's only respect to a just a content I'm not delivering. Okay, the exactly how they are following the way to achieve the any of the API action. The same approach I'm following it here also.
Yes.
Harshil,
Hello. Yes, I'm sure here. Hello.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yeah.
so are we going to cover the framework in detail or just going through one or two examples with that framework?
Sorry, Samshay. It's breaking actually your voice. About the framework, what you're asking? Are you going to cover what you asked? Actually, your voice was breaking. It was not clear. Or else you can ping in the chat. This one, how much Java knowledge is required for the API automation, right? So, just knowing about the basic concept. I mean to say, core Java part. For example, how method behaves, how to call the methods, how inheritance behaves, how encapsulation works. Okay, just a complete basic knowledge on the Java part. Okay, so if you look at here, just have a basic knowledge. Okay, that is more than enough. See, if you have a knowledge, that is also fine. Or else, we have a very good videos on YouTube of Java on Durga sir, right? So Durga sir has taught very well. Okay, they have uploaded the core Java part there. Okay, or else if you want to opt any Java course here also, that is also fine. Okay, so but it's very basic language, very basic knowledge on Java is enough. Okay, see if you look at here, yes, we are creating the object. Okay, we are creating the object, and we are okay making use of a class here. We are calling the methods, and we are passing some argument to the methods. Okay, so this is a very basic knowledge on Java, how to create a object, how to create a methods, how to call the methods, how static and static works. Okay, this is a very basic language, basic details about means core Java part. Okay, you just understand the core Java part, that is more than enough. Okay, no deep knowledge is also required in Java. Just core Java part is more than enough. Hmm. Yes, someone is some share, right? Yes, you've asked
Yes.
something about the
Now,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm asking is, so actually the framework which you are going to cover in this batch, is it in the way of real time or just giving some one or two examples in that?
No, 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 no. Complete end-to-end scenario only we are covering in this. Okay. Yes, it will be helpful for your real time. So what happens? So here we will be taking some uh, dummy APIs. Okay. I mean to say, some dummy APIs we are taking and we are creating an end-to-end framework. The same thing
Okay.
you start creating in your real means if you have a APIs in from means if you have a APIs in your project, the same framework structure you try to adopt it. That's it. Okay. See, while we are working here itself, means the patch which I'm handling now, there's so many people are there, okay? So they have
Okay.
taken the APIs from their project, okay, and some dev leads and
Mhm.
some they are taken and they are adopting this concept with respect to that APIs. Okay. See, here I'm teaching by taking a dummy APIs, but what they are doing is they're taking APIs and they are taking, they are applying this concept into the APIs and they already started working on it. Okay, this is also
Okay.
you guys can do. And else, okay, one more idea I'm providing for you guys. While you start working, if you are opting this course and while I'm teaching the concepts, there will be this, so many freelancing will be available. Okay, so by that day you can take a freelancing frameworks or projects on testing, API testing. Okay, so just take a freelancing project from of API testing and just start applying over this concept. So if you want to have a real time experience while learning itself, yes, you can make use of that also. Or else, if you are hold in your project and you can ask me the API from them, take the API from them and apply these concepts into the whatever the APIs you are receiving from your dev lead or from your developer or whatever it may be. Okay, so just make use of these concepts into that. But framework is whatever the framework we are creating here, you just apply this framework and you just follow the same structure what we are covering here into your real-time framework. Okay, just
Okay.
follow this approach. That's enough you to work in the API testing in the organization as well.
Okay.
Okay.
JSON validations we are going to cover in this batch, right?
Yes, yeah, JSON validation is
Okay.
there. Yes, sorry, I forgot here to mention. Okay, we also something we are learning about JSON schema validation.
Yeah.
Schema validation I forgot to add. That's what. Okay, there's so many concepts we have. Okay,
Okay.
yes, we'll be covering what are all the concept is required for the real time. To work in the real time. That I will be covering all the concept. Okay, make sure you will be handling all the things after learning this course. Okay, that I will be taking care. Okay. So JSON schema
Okay.
validation, something we have a JSON schema validation that also will be covering in this.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
Harshil.
yes. Yeah.
This
Yes,
side
Upendra.
Upendra. If you want to
Okay.
join with 7 a.m. batch, do we get any manual test videos that are already done?
7 a.m. batch manual testing. Yes, yes, yeah. You will be receiving a drive link itself. Okay.
Notes and recording videos, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. Yeah. They will be
Okay,
providing that.
what is the
Mm-hmm.
process if you want to join in 7 a.m.? Whom do we contact?
Uh, y- Process. Yeah. I will provide you the number. Just contact them
Mhm.
and just specify my name and just specify that yes, I want to join this 7 a.m. Okay, they will help you with that. Okay, but if you are
Okay.
comfortable with this batch, also that's fine. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, why you want to join the 7 a.m. only?
Uh,
Means you want to jump
mm,
into 7 a.m.
I know some part of manual testing, so if I go with
Mm,
automation testing, it will be easy for me.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, then that's fine. Okay. So yeah, I provided in the chat. Okay. Just contact her and just let her know. So she will help you with the procedure. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So for that, we have started today. Two sessions are over on automation part. Okay, so we have created one folder like just showed videos like that. Yes, go through that folder. It is just a 1 hour of session that is. Just have the knowledge on that session. Yes, if you want to join that session from tomorrow only, you have to join that. Okay,
Okay.
else
If I
again it
get
will be
record,
gap on the topics.
yeah,
Hmm.
if I get
Yeah,
recording
she will
videos, it
help
would
you.
be. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, please speak with her and she will help you with that. Okay.
Okay.
No, Samshel. Only API automation batch available. Yes, this what happens is um this actually the course is on automation only. Okay, but some people who is not having a knowledge on the uh, API testing and APIs, so for them it is very difficult to understand the things soon after starting the course itself. If we jump into the automation part, they will not understand anything, right? So that's why I am only adding this manual part in this course. Okay, why? Because at least if they get some knowledge on while you're working with a tool, obviously working with a tool is much easier, right? We'll be having all the option there. We have to just we have to select and we have to work with it. That's all. Okay, so I'm only
Okay,
adding initially this manual part to have a better knowledge on the concept. Okay,
okay,
so
got it.
so what happens, initially when we started, directly we started the automation part. So by the time what happens, so many people will be confusion on the topics. What is this post? What is this get? How they are calling? What is this services? Okay, they are completely blank. So what I started then from the after the next patches and all, what I started is covered manual part first, and obviously while working with the tool is very simple and they will catch the means if they are very new to the concept also they will catch it easily because it's a tool and we'll be having all the option there. And yes, okay, so when they got some idea while they are working with the tool, so then they find very easy to jump into the automation and they are able to grab the automation part also very easily. So that's why I've only introduced this manual part in the automation this course as well. Okay, this course is basically about the automation only, but I'm only adding for considering that purpose. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, hi Harshil.
Hi. Hi,
Harshil,
Hemu
yeah,
Krishna.
hi. Harshil, will you send us the recording sessions on daily basis?
Yes, yeah. See, separate team will be there for that. Okay, so every day, so technical people have join the sessions. They will record the sessions and they will be responsible to add that in the drive. Okay,
Oh,
so every day they will be sharing you the drive. For example, if you want to show that, so for that only separate peoples will be means every day in sessions, so they will also be joining. Okay, so they will record each and every sessions. See, for example, this. Okay, so this is my 6 a.m. batch, this is my 7 a.m., this is one more 6 a.m., this is 8 a.m. So like this they will create a drive.
but not on daily basis.
Mm, yes, it's daily basis. Okay,
Mm,
see, this is the drive. Okay, so in this drive
okay.
all the peoples who are update the course will be available. So I am just I will be having access to this drive and I will add this all the notes part. Okay,
Okay.
so over here this videos and all from the Durga soft team only, they will be adding it. Okay,
Okay.
because
And
I will
you will be
not be
covering the basics of API also, right?
a basic concept of API.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So that's what I'm starting with the manual approach started, right? This is what the
Yeah.
from
Even I
basic
don't
part
get
only I'm.
yeah, in my office I don't get access to the what we call the APIs and all to test the real time environment. So will you give us
Uh-huh.
anyone
Uh,
like
will you
dummy
give us
MPS or
any? Yes,
made
yes,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Yes, see, while demonstrating, okay, I will also be working with the dummy APIs only, right? Correct.
Okay.
Okay. See, this in the Postman tool itself, they are providing this APIs. Okay.
Okay.
See, consider the postman is one tool, and here also we have a APIs, and also some other dummy APIs also we have. Well, if I want to demonstrate for you guys, basically I have to take a dummy APIs to demonstrate it, right? So those API details and all I will provide, and I will provide you some website also where you can get the dummy APIs. Okay, so take a help of that and start working on that. I will help you with that. Don't worry about that.
So only the core Java part is enough to test the API for the automation purpose.
Yes, yes, yes. See, core Java idea, core Java knowledge is enough to write the scripts here. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what we are performing Z for the automation part. Okay, this is what the automation part. See here, if you look at here, see all the just core Java basic concepts only. How to create object, how to create method, how to
Yeah,
call the
but
methods.
sorry to say this, Harshil, but my organization only requires manual more. They
Uh,
concentrate more on the manual, as is the banking
Okay,
project. So is
okay,
that
okay.
the concepts which you are covering for me? Will that be enough for me to work on the real time?
Yes, yes, yeah. More than enough. You don't worry about that. Okay. So more than
Okay, then
enough. I
thanks,
will
Harshil.
cover the all the part. Just yeah. Okay. Just apply those
Because
concepts.
as is the banking project, we need more into the manual.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Understood.
we
Yeah.
don't want automation. They don't encourage automation. They want only the manual to be done in the API.
Okay, okay. So have they provided already Swagger document and all
Yes.
on API? They provided Swagger?
No, when you're talking about my organization or from
Yes,
yourself?
yes, yeah. Yes, your organization regarding the API, have they provided any Swagger document like that, or just they have to start it?
They have in their in the team they have provided few of that, but I did not go through that because I was not aware of this API concepts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, then yeah. Okay. Hope it will be useful for you then to get
Yeah,
into
once
your
I go through
API.
this, no, I'll share with you the what the document which they have gone through with me. I'll share with you.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Then that will be great. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. Harsh.
Okay, yeah. So we'll use any logging library. Yes, we'll be using logging here in Zestro. What happens? We already have a method for the logging purpose. Okay, so extra library is not required. In the Zestro library itself, we have a logging concept. Okay, for example, if you look at here, they need to add the separate how we had in the Selenium, right? Separate library itself we will be adding for the logging purpose. So that and all is not required here because in this itself, in the Zestro library itself, we have that. See, this is logging concept. Okay, so this is a part of the request logging. This is a part of the response logging. Okay, so this is the beauty of the REST Azure. Most of the concepts will be available within this REST Azure library only. Okay, extra library adding and you making use of that library is not required. Okay, in this library itself, everything is available. I will go through it. Don't worry. Okay, I will tell you while we are working with automation part. I will tell you how to do that. Okay. This is completely about the login thing we have performed here. Okay, so log if weather, log, log haul, log if validation. Okay, for this I'm not adding extra library. In this only it's available. And if you want to make use of in the file itself, see login for log file, log file. Okay, so this for this also we are not adding any extra library. In the Azure itself, it's available. See, I'm logging in the file whatever I want to fill in, provide here. I'm logging it here. Okay. Some other concepts you have that we will be learning. Okay. If you want to print with logging with respect to time, with respect to date, how we can do that. All those things we have some other concepts. Okay. So that we'll be learning while we are learning with the automation part. Okay. Hmm. Anything else apart from this? Attend the demo session from tomorrow 6 a.m. If you have any queries, yes, we'll see that later. Okay. Or both HTTP client library, REST assured similar. No, it's quite different. Okay. We are covering REST assured here.
Okay.
Okay. Are you providing any placement assistance after completing this course? Pravin's placement assistance and all. Yes, you have to speak with the management only. Okay, because those detail they will be having. Okay, I'm responsible to complete provide you the complete knowledge on the course. Okay, that is my responsibility. Okay, so give a complete knowledge and to prepare you to attend the interview, or else prepare you to perform the action in your organization. That is my part. Okay, but this course placement assistant and all, that is management. You have to speak with the management how they are working with that, because I'm online faculty. Okay, I will be joining from here. For that regarding, if you need information, please call to that number and you ask them. Okay, karate framework understand. No, Pindra, karate is different. Okay, just judo is different. Karate, they have introduced newly that framework. Okay, so that is different, and that we are not using it here. Okay. Okay, so just join the 6 a.m. sessions tomorrow. We'll start the demo part. Okay, if you have any issues, just let me know. If you don't have any question, we'll end up the session.
Thank you, Harshil.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll connect same link. No. I think they will be sending you the link for the demo session. Okay, they will be sending you through your mail demo session link. Just join with that link. Okay,
Okay.
not the same.
Okay. Will they send the link by today or by tomorrow morning? They'll be sending.
No. By end of the today only they'll be sending, because tomorrow we have at 6 a.m. only, right? So by the
Okay.
end of today only they will share you through your mail. Just have a look on your mail. Yeah. Okay. Attend the demo
And
session, guys.
Harshil,
See.
just I need to update from my end. I don't even have any knowledge on this coding, the Java, what you're talking about, the libraries and all. So,
Okay.
so
Okay. Who's that? Who's that?
Venu,
Venu Krishna. Okay.
yes.
Okay, Venu. Okay. So okay, don't worry. So I will be covering all the part here. Okay. So okay, right now
Okay.
on which field you are working?
I'm working in like manual testing only.
Manual testing. Fine. Okay. So what I request you is just go through the basics of Java.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
So
Yeah.
no issues with respect to manual approach. Anyhow, I will be covering each and everything. Okay. So within that, okay, just have a basic knowledge on the Java. Okay, just basic knowledge, just core Java
Yeah.
part. Okay, so how to
Okay.
create
Okay.
a class, how to create a object, how to create a methods, what is data types, and what is access modifier. Anyway, while I will be working also, in the automation part, I will be going through that concept whenever that
Yeah,
concept
yeah.
comes.
Yes,
Okay,
but
but
I'm
if
from a different mechanical stream. That's it. Okay, thanks anyway.
okay. Got it. Okay. So, okay, just give some, efforts on the core Java part. Okay. So, remaining thing and all, I will help you to learn. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Then, yeah, we'll join tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. we are starting a demo sessions. Okay, so 1 week of demo session will be there, and today completely on the free workshop regarding API testing. Means before starting the demo session, we are giving a complete idea on what is this API testing, why we are performing API testing, and how is the scope in market on API testing, and what you're going to learn in this API testing course. Completely we are talking about that. Okay. Just let me know if you face any audio issue, or if you're not audible clearly what I'm delivering. Just let me know. You can ping me in the chat, or you can you can unmute yourself and you can just notify me. Okay. Okay. So today we are learning completely about the API testing overview. Okay, so what is this API testing? Why we are learning this API testing, and what is the scope on API testing in the market now, in the current market? Okay, so before jumping into that, first we'll discuss about the duration of the course and the content of the course. Then we will jump into the API testing part. Okay, so duration of the course we have planned is 30 to 40 days. Okay, duration of the course will be 30 to 40 days. Okay. So in this 30 to 40 days, what you're going to learn? That is the question, right? Because if you are up in the course means you should be very clear what you're going to learn in this 30 to 40 days. Correct. Okay. So first, what we are doing is we are dividing this complete API testing course into two parts. Okay. So one is manual part, one more is automation part. Okay. So this is the automation part. Means we are performing a API testing both on the manual part and also automation part. Okay. So with respect to manual part, we will be using a Postman tool to work with the REST APIs. Okay. So here we will be using a REST assured library to perform the API testing. Along with this, if you come to the tools, we are using Eclipse and Java language. Okay. This is the precondition for this automation. So we are using a Eclipse as a IDE, and we are using a Java as a language to write the script with respect to automation. Okay. So with respect to manual, we are making use of a Postman tool to perform the API testing. Okay. So first we are starting with the manual approach. Why we are starting with the manual approach is obviously when the course started, so most of the people will be very new to this course, and they will be not knowing what is API itself and what is the contains, how to handle this API whenever we are receiving the APIs. Okay, they will be not knowing anything, completely zero knowledge on this. Okay, so some people will be knowing something, some people will be knowing some extent. Okay, but I have to take each and every one in single port, correct? So that's why. So first we are starting with the manual approach. Okay. So just like a selenium, just you think about the selenium. Okay. If you have to become a expert in the automation part means obviously you should be having a thorough knowledge on the manual functionality. Okay. Means functionality, if you are thorough means then it will be very easy you to become an expert in the automation.